The atrium was abuzz with chatter. Many languages and strange sounds, all fighting for dominance to be heard. The cacophony echoed around the large chamber, resident to the many hundreds of species positioned in boxes adorning the walls. In the center was a group of 5 astronauts, each looking particularly overwhelmed. At the sound of a large bang, the chatter stopped. The representative of the Unified Galactic Systems placed their gavel aside and spoke. "Beings from the Dead Zone, we apologize for bringing you here so soon after first contact, but there is much to discuss. Are you aware of the feat you have accomplished?" 4 of the astronauts looked to the 5th, their commander, who stepped forward. "Respectfully, you may address me as Speaker." "Speaker, there are many feats we have achieved today. First, contact with not just one alien species, but an entire galactic community. We are also the first humans to leave our solar system, while simultaneously achieving the fastest speeds any human being has ever traveled before. To which are you referring?" "We are, of course, referring to your craft. The method of travel in which you arrived here, it is most peculiar." "With all due respect, Speaker, surely your methods of faster-than-light travel are far superior to our own. Ours is but the first working iteration of our technology, after all." "One would think so, but you see, you have emerged from a section of dead space, an area of the universe from which the usual laws of physics behave in constrained ways. Faster-than-light travel is simply not possible. Therefore we ask, how are you here?" The astronauts appeared stunned and turned to speak to each other. After a short period of time, the commander again stepped forward. "My apologies, Speaker, but this explains a great many things, namely that we were never visited despite our many greetings broadcast into the cosmos, that we struggled to produce a system with the necessary power to propel us vast distances, despite the mathematics saying it was possible." "Indeed, the dead zone acts as a speed barrier. The power required to pass this barrier would be astronomical even for ourselves. So how did you do it?" "We developed a drive that effectively shifts us. Space is folded around the craft, then we are simply accelerated through the field. As space is folded around the craft, there is nothing to prohibit our acceleration, and no forces are acted upon the craft, allowing us to withstand the speeds." This caused a stir among the species present. Many voices called out, the automatic translators failing to keep up. The speaker turned to their scientific advisors, of which each was entirely stunned by the sheer amount of science and mathematics required for such an achievement. The speaker once again lifted the gavel and called for silence. "How do you propel yourselves without the gravitational forces of space? How do you leave your planet without space to travel through?" "Our vessels are powered by chemical rocket boosters, which launch us from the planet. The same principles apply in phase space, which can only be used in orbit to avoid warping our planet's own gravitational sphere. Each maneuver is calculated to make effective use of our fuel. Is this not true of the rest of the galaxy?" With this, the multitude of species could not remain silent, and the sounds of the many voices became entirely uncontrollable. This marked the emergence of humanity, a species of remarkable engineers, scientists, and mathematicians the known galaxy had never seen before. For the galaxy in the living space had never had to produce such technologies, each achieving spaceflight as simply as they produced the wheel, never requiring the advanced mathematical equations humanity had needed simply to reach their own moon. Humanity had crawled from the depths of a dark, restrained space. They had ventured down the road, not traveled, and they arrived in the light.